Hey boss, it's Stef. I'm your host. I'm your friend. Welcome. And hey, if I've never met you before, hi. Welcome to our sisterhood. Be sure that you are connected with me over on Instagram. My handle is @StephanieGass. Come say hi. I want to get to know you and just pour into you at the highest capacity. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. And if you are a loyal listener, hi. I don't change. Whether you're new or loyal, I'm still a dork. Regardless, I appreciate you. I'm so thankful to have you as part of my community. And if you haven't left a review for the show yet, please do. There are algorithms in podcasting just like in Instagram. So if you want to thank me for these hours and hours of content, if you've ever had inspiration from my show, if I've ever given you a tangible tip that you've been able to implement, please pause this episode right now, head on over to iTunes and leave me a review. It would truly mean the world to me. It helps grow the show, the platform, and makes me smile. So yeah, do that. All right, today, this is episode number 84. I am going to be walking you guys through creating a morning routine. I'm going to explain what my morning routine looks like, why it has totally transformed my life in many, many ways. And finally, I'm going to introduce you to an amazing, incredible tool that I have created called With God, She Rises Daily Journal. And I'm so excited about it. I'm so proud of it. And it is something that I have been searching for years. And it's something that I've been doing for years in 4 different notebooks. I just had no idea how to create one cohesive place for my morning routine. And now I have. So I'm so excited about that journal, and you can grab your journal at withgodsherises.com, and be sure to take a screenshot or a selfie of yourself holding your With God She Rises daily journal. Tag me, and I'm going to share you in my Instagram stories. Hashtag With God She Rises. What's up, Mama Boss? Welcome back to the Mompreneur Mastermind Show. I'm Stephanie Gass, success strategist and passive income queen creator. If you're ready to step into your God-led potential, create profit from your passions, and capture the success that is already yours, this podcast was made for you. As always, you can find out more and connect with me over at stephaniegass.com. So grab that cup of coffee or fill up that glass of wine, and let's dig into today's show. Let's read the review of the week. This is a 5-star review left by Allison31. Stef is the real deal. I followed Stef way before she launched her podcast, and I was already obsessed with her. She's real, inspiring, fun, full of business knowledge, and full of joy. Stef has been my business mentor for so long, and now her podcast is my weekly indulgence. I feel like she's sitting in my living room, pouring her heart and soul into me and my business. Here's the best part. She's inspired me to launch my own podcast, and thanks to her course, Podcast Pro University, Stef has created that reality. She's always cheering me on, and she truly believes there's enough room in this universe for all of us to succeed. Stef, thank you for helping me discover my niche that lights my soul on fire. You are amazing. Allison Scholes. Oh my gosh. And Allison runs social media for Mompreneurs podcast. She's one of my students. I've worked with her in private coaching before. She's incredible. You guys go check out her show for sure. Thank you, Allison. I appreciate you. I love you. You're amazing. I'm so proud of you and all the things. So those reviews, you guys, they literally make me smile. Thank you so much to each and every one of my community that takes the time to leave a review. Now, let's shift gears. Should we go ahead and dig into some morning routine situations up in here? I say yes. Now, if you're anything like I used to be, you're rolling your eyes. One of my friends, she kept telling me, have you ever read, Miracle Morning or The Miracle Morning? I'm like, no, why would I read that? Like, I want to sleep in the morning. Are you cray-cray? And granted, I have a 2.5-year-old and he was a newborn not so long ago. And I just really needed all of the sleep I could possibly get. I'm in a bit of a different phase now. Obviously, my kids are toddler and up. They sleep through the entire evening. And I was noticing that whenever I would wake up earlier, I felt more in charge of the day. So my older son's school starts by 8 a.m. So when we would wake up at 6:50, it was like frantic. I'm frantically trying to make breakfast. I'm frantically packing the backpack. I'm yelling at them like, get dressed, put on your shoes, wrong way, put the other shoe on the other foot. Why are you peeing all over the toilet? Like, Lord, help me, God. And before I know it, I'm in the office like praying to Jesus to help me help myself because I'm losing my dang mind. Like, does that sound familiar to any of you that have young kids? Oh my word, it was a mess. But I started to dabble because I was like, I am not committing to this morning thing. It is way too much to ask for someone to tell me, hey, Steph, why don't we just wake up, at the butt crack of dawn? I'm like, I don't want to commit to that, but I would dabble. So a couple times a week, I started to set, this was, I don't know, a year ago, started to set my alarm for maybe 6 a.m. So I would wake up just a little bit before my children, and it started to really, really impact the success of our mornings together as a family. I was able to get up before everyone else, enjoy my coffee, say a prayer, spend some time, whatever I wanted to do. I had 30, 45 minutes. I then was able to take my time, make them breakfast, make sure the backpacks were packed. And when the kids woke up, let's say 7:20 or so, Mama was refreshed, rejuvenated. I had had a cup of coffee already, right? Everything was prepared. So I could then focus on them, get them dressed, give them love, and everybody's mood was better. And it just overall was a huge win. So I started to think to myself, if I'm waking up at this time and it's impacting my children in this really amazing way, what if I woke up just a little bit earlier and I was able to have some intentional time for me, my mindset, my spirituality, and get really clear on my intention for the day? And while I've always done these things, they were never in the morning. It was in the midst of the day, in the midst of the chaos. And I would try to quickly say my prayer when driving. And then I would sit down and it was already lunch before I was looking at my goal for the day. So I was always successful at those things, at my prayer, my gratitude, my journaling, my goal setting, and my planning. But it was sporadic and there was no set time for this. And so I challenged myself for 30 days to wake up between roughly 5:45 on the weekdays and see if I could do that and see if it would make a difference in my life. And oh my gosh, girl, like, let me tell you something. It changed everything. So 5:45, let me walk you through this morning routine. And it was so liberating and successful for me that I crave it now. I want to wake up early. I want to have this morning routine. And let me walk you through what that looks like. And I want you to feel into it. Don't think about, oh my gosh, that's too early for me. I could never do that. Ignore the time. Okay. Ignore that. For a minute, just say you woke up naturally and this was the morning routine that you had. And I want you to think about you doing these things with me and see how you feel. Does it feel in alignment for you? Okay. So you wake up, and let's say that you aren't even setting your alarm. You just naturally wake up, because I want you to envision this routine. The first thing you do is you walk into your kitchen. No one else in your home is awake yet, and not even your puppies, not even your kitty cats, okay? You walk into the kitchen. You're able to put on a fresh pot of coffee or get that iced coffee if you're like me. You then are going to head on into your office or that cozy corner of your home with your favorite chair or maybe your living room couch. You get a comfy blankie. You're wearing your comfy PJs. You have a messy bedhead and you're sitting down and you are able to enjoy that cup of coffee while you say your morning prayer. And for me, this is just a real raw conversation with God when I wake up. And it's, Lord God, thank you for this incredible day. Thank you so much for the opportunity for me to be here on this earth. And I pray that I make an impact today. I pray that I am patient with my children, that I am a loving and attentive wife. I pray that I have energy and excitement when I go to the gym and that I pour into my own health. Thank you for every single moment that I'm going to have today. I am so grateful to you, Lord. Lead me, direct me, mentor me. I am your vessel. In Jesus' glorious name, amen. So something like that where it's just me having this conversation with God, who's my BFF, as y'all know. He's like, what's a BFF, Steph? I think God probably knows acronyms. I don't know. I'm weird. Like my brain will think about that stuff. Do you guys ever think about that? I'm like, God was, when he created us back in the day, we spoke a certain way and the language has changed so much. Okay, we're tangent. Like, let's not even get into that. Just a weird thought that just popped into my head though. He's like, Stephanie, what is a BFF? I think of him like a grandpa. So I'm like, does he know that acronym? Oh, Lord, have mercy. Okay, so you finish your prayer. The next thing that I would do is my gratitude. I am so grateful for what? And this is a weird one because for a long time, I'd be like really struggling. I'm grateful for, and I'm looking around, my shoes. Thanks for shoes. I'm grateful for this cup of coffee. I'm grateful for this blanket. Like you're just kind of looking around, like finding things to be thankful for. But if you can really sit into it for a second, like close your eyes and really think, is there something, a little tiny miracle that's happened to you recently? Is there some type of provision that God has given to you? Has your kids gotten a better grade? Did they pass the test that they were struggling to pass? Do you and your spouse feel more aligned this month than you did last month? Do you have a date night coming up that you're really excited about? Is there something happening in your business that you are just so pumped up? Did you have a live that was really successful on Instagram? Like think about what happened to you recently, whether that be a blessing, whether that be something in your family, and you know that came from God. I think that needs to be recognized, and you need to take time to tell God that you're so grateful for those things, because those things are not on accident and we take them for granted. Every little tiny miracle deserves to be highlighted, in my opinion. So when I do gratitude, that's what I'm trying to think about. It's not something like thankful for, I don't know, this desk I'm sitting at. I mean, that's random. I believe that miracles are intentional, and each and every single positive vibration, amazing interaction. Maybe you had a great conversation with a client. That is something to be so grateful for, okay? So then I would first say my prayer aloud, and then I would write down my gratitude, okay? The next step, what I would do next is I would decide, how do I choose to feel today? How do you want to feel? Like, do you want to feel relaxed? Do you want to feel peaceful? Do you want to feel so energetic and passionate about life? Every day has a different feeling based on the mission of that day, okay? So how do you choose to feel? And I would write that down. The next thing I would write down, last two things, personal intention for the day. You can call it an intention or a goal. So this might be, today, I have a massive intention to just be so present with my children. I am choosing to only use social media for 1 hour during nap time to reply back, but I'm really going to disengage with my business and social media today because I want to be present for my children. Let's say that was your goal or your intention for your personal life. Secondly, what is my business goal for today or my business intention? And like, for example, today, my business intention was to record 2 podcasts. And I had a coaching client this morning. That's it. Like if I did nothing else for my business today, I would still know that I was really successful because those are activities that will further my heart and my passion and the call that I have on this earth, right? So that's what I would write down. And then that's it. In the evening, I would do my evening prayer. I would say, how did I feel today? Did I successfully achieve that daily goal or that daily intention? Yes or no? And what was my favorite memory of the day? So this is what I was doing for 30 days every single morning, and then the quick one in the evening. And I will tell you what, y'all, like I felt so much more balanced and aligned. I felt clear-headed. I never felt rushed. I had unlimited time. I felt accomplished at the end of every day because I was able to look back and say, yes, I did accomplish that personal goal with my kids. And I wasn't living the day reactively going, oh, I have to answer this email and then I have to do this and then I have to do that. And at the end of the day, I felt like a failure because I didn't spend time with my kids, but I then didn't do anything productive for my business because I didn't have an intention. If you don't know what you want to achieve, you achieve nothing. So it was crazy. Revenue went up, productivity went up, my balance went up, my actual workload went down because I was more intentional about what I was spending time on. My mindset was renewed. My spirituality, my relationship with God was strengthened and heightened. And I had God at the forefront of every moment, every decision, every single intention of the day was wrapped up in, is this what God would want for me? Because of this morning routine. What if you woke up and had that same routine? What if you woke up 1 hour before everyone else? You got that hot cup of coffee, you got cozy with your puppy or your kitty cat, or if you're not an animal person, I don't know, your stuffed animal, and said your prayer. You said how you wanted to feel. You said what you were grateful for. You noticed the miracles happening every day in your life. You intentionally chose your goal for the day, both personally and professionally. Then you set out on your day. And you did the things because you had the mindset, you had the godly mindset to go forth. And you created a vision of your day before you ever got in that shower, before you ever woke up your family, before you ever got in the car. Think about how it would change your life, okay? And then think about at night, if you took 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, I'm not asking for an hour at night, I'm asking for 5 minutes to say your prayer again, write down your favorite memory, write down how you felt, and then recap on if you were successful in achieving those daily goals. And if not, why and what needed to change. Would that not completely transform your life? I know it did mine. And so once I started to have this routine, it was incredible. What was not incredible? That I was doing it in like 5 different journals. Okay, so I had my spiritual journal where I would do my prayer. I had my gratitude journal where I'd put my gratitude down. Then I had my 5-year journaling where I would put my memories and my intentions and like all these different places. Then I had the planner and like just all the things. I had like 4 journals that I was working from in each different category. And then one day I had a total epiphany and I said, what if, actually God gave me this idea. So thanks, boo boo. What if I created a daily journal that integrated spirituality with gratitude, with intention, with our personal goal mapping. And I made it simple, easy to use, a small book that women can take with them every single day. And this book had a daily morning routine for them already created for the Christian mompreneur and an evening page. What if I did that? How would that look? Well, y'all know me, okay? Not 30 minutes later, I was over in Canva designing. Now, granted, it took me a couple of weeks because I started to expand on it. And I now have one place. It's called With God, She Rises. And it is a daily journal for the Christian mompreneur. Not only does it have your new morning routine in it, that's just like mine, but it also has the things I want you to do every single year, okay? What does that mean? What do I want you to do every year? I want you to write down your miracles and your Holy Spirit moments. Don't you think that that deserves to be documented? Right? Like when I got a free car to use for a year, I got a free trip from somebody. They gifted me their timeshare. I had a mentor reach out to me and provide me free coaching recently. I had, like, you guys, the miracles are infinite. And I want to write every single miracle down. My son's preschool had a spot open up when I was 3 months late in enrolling him. Like everything that comes through for me is truly a spiritual miracle. And I want to remember that next year. I want to go back into my book and read all the miracles that have happened. And I want to think about them and I want to pray on them. And I want God to know that I know what he's doing. I see it. It does not go unnoticed. And I am so thankful. So there are miracles and Holy Spirit moments pages for you to track this in the journal. The next thing is, what are your categories of balance? So I have a page for you to create your most blended life. So in the spiritual category, what amount of time needs to be spent here? Doing what? Self-care, family, health and fitness, and business. And I give you a whole page to track this because it's important for you to understand what your best life looks like before you start planning out each day, right? So then that takes us into a 5-year vision statement. Inside the planner, inside the daily journal in the beginning, you have a place where you are going to draft your 5-year vision statement. This is a vision of your life 5 years from now, and you're going to write it in the present tense. So you wake up, you look around you. Where are you? What does your house look like? What does it feel like? What does your bank account look like? Are you headed out for your weekly massage? Are you headed out to that brand new car? Or are you headed out to pay off that final payment in debt that you are finally debt free? Are you headed out to celebrate with your girlfriends? Are you headed out on a trip that you take with your family every single year now? What are you doing 5 years from now? What does that life look like and feel like and smell like? And you can see it so clearly in this description. You have no choice but to start achieving it because it's the dream life. It's the life that God painted and created for you when you go and are obedient to his call that he created, because he wants you to be abundant, because you can help more people. You can touch more lives, truly. So you're going to write this 5-year statement right here in your daily journal. We're then going to break that down into a 1-year vision. So 1 year from now, what does your life look like? Because 1 year is a little bit different than 5 years out. Okay. And I want you to have both of those visualized and written down. The next thing you're going to find in the With God She Rises daily journal is a 12-month goal mapping page. So we can actually write down the tangible and specific goals to achieve that annual vision. So to achieve that life that you've painted 1 year from now, what are the goals that would have to come to fruition for you? Financially, would you have to get the business to X amount of money per month? Would you need to launch that podcast? Like, what are the specific goals? Specific. That's a hard word. What are they that would make that vision a reality? I then have a page for you to do monthly goal mapping, same process, and weekly goal mapping. So what weekly goals do you need in order to get to the monthly goal, in order to get to the annual goal? This is all right here in one book. It's incredible, right? These are all the tools that I've been teaching you guys since I've become an entrepreneur success coach. I have podcast episodes on all of these things, but there was never a place to put them all. And the most annoying piece for me is when I go back to read my vision statement, I can't find it. Sometimes I type it. Sometimes I write it in this journal. Sometimes I write it in this planner. Well, now I have one place where every year I have a brand new journal that I am going to keep forever that has my vision statements, my goals. I can see if I've achieved them or not, a daily tracker of my entire life, the business goals I set out to achieve, the memories I want to remember, all in one place. It's a keepsake. I'm so excited about it. Now, last but not least is ideas, inspiration, and notes pages. Because sometimes, and I don't know if this happens to you, when I'm in the shower and I don't have social media, I don't have my cell phone, nobody's bothering me, I'll have a breakthrough. Maybe you're in a massage. Maybe I'm in spin class. Like spin sometimes, I have a breakthrough. And I think it's because I let my mind finally go. And that way I can receive like downloads, so to speak, from my highest power, and God can plant ideas into my heart when I'm open and receptive to that. Well, I need a place to put that. So I created an ideas, inspiration, and notes segment of your daily journal as well, so that you have a place to put everything in one. It's just amazing. I'm so excited. So whether or not you use my system, which is again, withgodsherises.com, you can go grab your journal right there. They're so inexpensive. They are so cute. Like, I'm dying over them. You're going to absolutely love them. Be sure you do a screenshot of your journal and put it up in your Instagram stories, #WithGodSheRises, and tag me, and I will share you in my stories, because I think that this tool, it's something that's not out there for the Christian entrepreneur, for the female entrepreneur. It's pairing spirituality and business, because we know everything we have comes from the Lord. Everything. And so why are we splitting them up? I have to have spirituality over here and business over here and family over here and gratitude over here. No, you guys, like, it's all one. It's all one cohesive system. And if we are missing one of the pieces of the system, it's broken. We need the whole system. So that's why I put this together for you. Now, whether you use my journal or not, I don't care, but I do care, because I think it's amazing and I think it will change your life. But if you don't use it, I still want you to try the morning routine. Try it for 30 days and then let me know what you think. Come on over, shoot me a DM. I want to hear from you. What did that morning routine change for you? Mindset. Did it change your business? Are you more productive? Are you more efficient? Are you happier? Let me know because it's been so amazing for me and I'm so excited to hear how it changes your life. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I just want to pray over you now that whatever it is in your life that is keeping you where you are, that you recognize it and you release it. I want you to know that none of us are perfect. I want you to know that every day is a day to make the choice of whether you want to grow forward, if you want to fail, if you want to leap and take action on your mission, or if you want to stay stuck, stay feeling inadequate, stay wondering when, stay telling yourself that later will be a better time, when I have the money, when I lose 10 pounds. No, the time is now. I pray that you have the courage to leap. I pray that God gives you the provision to hire the coach or the mentor or the course or to do the thing that you need to get you there. I pray that you are so excited about your dream, that nothing can stop you, that you're lit up with passion today and every single day to go out there and make an impact because I believe in you, I am cheering for you, and I love you. And as always, love and light, Stef.
If you like Mama's Talk, leave a review. Pretty please.
Hey Mama, real quick before you go, if you found value in today's podcast and you learned something new, take a screenshot for me, post it up in your Instagram stories, and be sure to tag me because together we can empower, educate, and shift the way that mamas look at life because, sister friend, we actually can have it all. Let's claim it.